Hi everyone, Mr. Prizz. Welcome to a new video I've got on my Twine Storm Shield Defense 1. Take me about a year to get into Twine. Took a few months off from Save the World, but I am back. I've finally made it into Twine. Normally, as you've seen in some of my other videos, I tend to solo a lot of my Storm Shield defenses as well as other missions, play on private, avoid the scammers and the traders and all the annoying people. Today I'm actually at some point I'm going to have some friends help me with my Storm Shield Defense 1 in Twine. I'm hoping that they keep their guns at bay, use them if absolutely necessary, but otherwise I need to see if the whole trapping thing works. So today's video is going to be kind of on my trapping theory, see things I'm doing right, steal the ideas, see things I'm doing wrong, point them out in the comments below if you like. I'm just going to give you a little walkthrough of my defensive setup and see what you think. The first issue I always run into, you can trap all you want on the outside, but lobbers, flingers, and the takers are always a problem. So I've created this little canopy, this umbrella, if you will, that I can easily run into, and if they're starting to, the lobbers are throwing stuff from a distance and they're hitting it, I can easily repair this and just stand under here. Likewise with the flingers, they throw usually the little lighter duty husks in, so I have spikes on every side of my pyramid, so those little boogers won't cause too much damage before they get taken out. And if a taker comes around, I can at least hide under shelter till I can get a clear shot at them or slash them with my lovely sword. My stab's worth the third. So I'm going to take you around each side. I've kind of done something different, which I kind of had to because each side of the terrain's a little different. I'm going to start here on the north side. Anything's going to come up from either that ramp, this ramp, maybe around the side over there, but they're going to have to come through this little field of spike traps. I've got wall launchers on all these walls, but left one opening nice and inviting. You may always notice that I use like just a level 10, the rare level traps. I have learned about the floor spikes that, doesn't matter how strong they are, they all slow them down 30%. There's no reason to be using really high level floor spikes. You do a little more damage, but the damage that floor spikes do is still negligible. It's really not that much. So save yourself the materials, use a little less wood, use half the duct tape. Just make yourself 10s. They'll still slow them down 30%. A blue trap's more than good enough. You want time for your wall launcher to activate. Another thing I commonly do is put these little vertical 1/3 walls. That way the husk can't just shortcut this corner. He's got to go around this wall. That gives more time for this wall launcher to activate and knock him right back out, back into the spikes where he's got to come back up again. Also, of course, got roof traps. I alternate between the electric fields and the gas traps. I kind of do them every other one. This is kind of neat because it's perfectly symmetrical. No matter which way they go, they face the same thing here. They're going to get their electrodes. They have to face yet another wall launcher with another 3rd wall, so they can't cut the corner so easy. And rinse and repeat. They're going to hit the same things as they come around either side. I don't think a lot's going to make it through this. As long as I stay out of the line of sight of a smasher, they won't get aggroed. From what I understand, that should work out okay. So if they get through, a smasher gets through, then me and one of my friends or somebody helping me, we can stand on either side here and just crossfire them. Don't want to fire into the tunnels in case there are the exploders. We don't want to be setting off the propane tanks. Alright, so now we're going to go over to the east side. This was the first side I built. Not real thrilled with it, but the terrain was such that I couldn't really... Let me get this upgraded there. Couldn't really do a lot here. I probably should have done the kind of same and funneled them in through the center. But here I'm just going to shoot anything out here with some darts. These launchers will send them back out into, yet again, spikes. And I have some ceiling traps up here. The electric field and the gas. We'll see if I've got enough. This is the side I'm probably worried about more than anything, but I've put a few additional spikes down here just to kind of be sure. Nothing's coming up here, obviously. Let's head over to the south. I just kind of make this little parapet just to stand on to either watch what's going on or get some shots in. We'll take you right down to the very bottom of this. So anything coming on the south, I'm going to have to basically come up here. Really nowhere for them to go around there, so everything's going to funnel up here. This one is a beautiful setup for trapping. Hit them with some spikes here. I probably could put another roof over this and give them another shot of gas or something. Oh, I do need to go in here and see if I can get some ceilings done here. I'll have to put some gas traps on this. Let me make 2 of these. Probably could have made more, but that's okay. Again, spikes slowing them down. These punchers are just going to send them back over to this side, and they just keep getting zapped with all kinds of stuff. The creme de la creme will be when we get to the west side. That one is a beautiful trap tunnel. This one I just kind of rolled with the terrain because it's double wide here. Anything that makes it up here, I probably ought to put another little partial wall. Cut that corner. And go ahead and do that there. So again, they can't just cut this corner. They got to come around. Gives more time for the launcher to activate, to send them back, and make them have to do it all again. I'll have to come back and upgrade that at some point. All right, so if anything makes it that far, then they're going to come up here, and if they land here and get slowed down and this launcher gets them, they're going back off the edge, have to start all over again. If they make it past that, they're getting gas, they're getting spiked, then they're getting their electrodes. They make it to here and get spiked. Hopefully the wall puncher sends them into this little timeout room, which has wall electrodes on every side and another gas trap. I don't think anything's making it this far. If they do, congratulations. I'll name the next born child after you. My wife's sitting over there going, wait a minute, what next born child?
Yeah, it's medically impossible.
Yeah. We'll name something after you. I'll name a scammer after you. How's that sound? Alright, so this pretty well takes care of all of this. I just don't think anything's really going to make it up here. And we're going to go out to the west side, which is just an awesome approach for them. There's one little problem to it, but I'll show you when we get down here and how I solved it. This is a great setup for a tunnel. I mean, basically, this is the only way in. It has walls here and here. There is a little ramp I'll show you about, but they got to come through here, get, you know, hit and zapped by everything. Every time you're transitioning and turn corners, use that puncher, send them back. They'll come down this side. If they make it here, they're going to get hit with this puncher and get sent back. Likewise here, get hit by this puncher and sent back. And they got to keep going through all these traps over and over and over. And it's just quite the twisty-turny thing. And then they can finally make it up here. I mean, we'll just pretty much stand here, see lots of things exploding over here, all the monsters, the husk trying to come through. And they should not make it through this whole twisty thing. They have an open route, so they should choose to take it. There is a ramp up here, and I was a little worried about this, so I kind of just boxed it in. I also have I'll show you in here. That little ramp has a wall puncher on it. So if they come up here, if they choose to come up here, which they might because it's a nice short way to do it, they won't really have anywhere to go. They'll get zapped. The puncher, they have a free, you know, they can freely fall down here, but you know, the puncher's there to help them out. They'll bounce off this ramp and fall right down into my pit, where they may just get knocked back by that one and sent all the way back. One way or another, they still got to deal with a lot. This is a tunnel. I just do not see a lot of things getting through. I will let you know how it goes when my friends and I do this later on. You see any weak spots or any failures in my design, go ahead and leave a comment below. If you like some of the things you see, you know, feel free to take them, extrapolate on there, leave me some comments about that if you want. Also, there is a link down there in the description to my Twitch channel. Thanks for giving this one a watch. We'll let you know how it goes. I'll leave a comment afterwards to let you know how it went. I'm sure with a few of us doing it, some higher level players, shouldn't be a problem. Again, I'm going to try and get them to hold fire as long as they can.